So I wanted to do a third video before I do there's probably a couple more videos that combine everything, but really, this could be a really good video content for video. In my video about build consistency and out, I talk section on an article for let's run this top 10 in case you don't remember, or if you're new, I'm writing this top 10 text to video AI generators for 2023 article. And in this article, I'm having to clean up some stuff because there's just a lot of stuff just does not looking right. And as I was going through here, I realized that I may have accidentally made a mistake in the Steve AI section. This is about one of the tools. I see here that I successfully came in and used my template to re-engineer this section, but it looks like I made a mistake. It looks like I accidentally deleted the the pricing section. Now, before AI systems came out and we were having to hand write everything, that would have been a terrifying moment to realize at some point you deleted a whole section of your article. I mean, that can represent an hour or two of research that you have to do to go to the website and create, as we have in these other sections, the little pricing section. This little pricing section takes time to research and to write this out. But because of AI, we can do it in a matter of minutes. But how do we do it? Because our last prompt that we engineered for the pricing section doesn't really quite handle it, because all we were doing there was taking information that we already had and telling it to reconsolidate it into a specific format. So what I've done is I've taken the other template that we created and I've now updated it to reflect a new change that will both give this prompt a little more flexibility, um, but also give it more adaptability. And here's how. So let's look at the prompt as I've engineered it. So as it said before, is I need you to simplify this. Okay, great. That's the same thing we had before in our first video. But then I added an extra line here in the conversational code. Remember what this is: conversational code. It says taken from this URL. Now I should probably fix this because this is actually not correct. The way this structure is, it looks kind of silly. So I'm just gonna correct this real quick. This is actually what it needs to look like. Taken from this URL. Now remember, it may look a little strange to you because we have each line, but what I want you to think about with the way we structure this in the prompt engineering is each line represents its own essential thought. So this first thought is, I need you to simplify this. Then the second thought is, what is it we want to simplify? We want to simplify this. Insert text to be simplified. Comma, taken from this URL. And then we put in our URL. And I put a period. And then I say, for any packages, list them in an unordered. Now, this is from our original prompt that we engineered. If you remember correctly, for this any package, list them in an unordered list. Shorten them down to a single bullet point for each using this format. And then we have the print. So that's a one thought. The next thought is, boom, this is the format we want it to use. This is called, as I mentioned before, this is called conversational coding. So you can see how, while if you're not used to this, it may look like code. It's actually not. It's actually simply conversation, just put in a structured format. So you don't have to put it in this structured format, right? But if you want to ensure the accuracy of your outputs, then you want to use a more structured. The more structured, the more structured your format, the better your results. Why is this important for AGI development? Because AGI development means you need to build a system that has essentially perfect prompting, that prompts itself with perfect prompts. In order for you to do that, you have to engineer that system. So This is how we engineer it. So now watch what we're going to do here. Now we don't know the pricing for Steve AI. I don't know the pricing. I haven't really. I've looked into it, but as I'm about to show you, if we go to the pricing section of the Steve AI site, it's very complicated. As you can see, they've got 4 plans. This is the yearly plan cycle, and it's got much more. I mean, all this kind of stuff. I mean, this is a lot of information for me to synthesize as a human. Okay, but thankfully, we don't have to synthesize this as a human. We can actually feed it to the AI system for it to synthesize this information. Now, we do have a problem here. Um, all chat agents have a maximum input that they're allowed. You can see um, Jasper Chat only allows up to 1,500 characters. So, what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to have it just go uh, to this and read it itself. I'm not sure. How can we do this? The problem is I can't. My original thought was I was going to take all of this and just copy it over in here and do this. But the problem is that's not going to work. Let's just see if Jasper can read. If Jasper can't read this, maybe we can take this over to Chat GPT with web browsing enabled. So we go to Chat GPT and we go GPT-4 and we go with browse with Bing. And let's see if we can get a summary for this. Uh, can you give me a detailed summary for this? Now, this is just a simple, straightforward prompt. But what I want to do is I want to engineer a prompt. I don't want to just use this prompt. So I'm going to head over on prompt engineering chat. Oops. So I keep chat that's just for prompt engineering. And I'm going to come on prompt engineering library. I'm going to use um, my prompt engineering prompt. So this is a custom prompt that I engineered. That's engineered for the purpose of engineering new prompts. So all this does is just it says, "Hello, I am seeking your expertise as a prompt engineer, as my prompt engineer. Please help me refine and improve my prompt idea. The goal is to create a perfect prompt that captures the essence of my message and resonates with my intended audience and/or helps me accomplish my goals and objectives. After I share this information with you, I, I need you to provide me with a suggested re-engineer prompt that builds upon my original prompt idea and encapsulates my ideas. Additionally, I need you to ask me relevant questions that can help refine the prompt further. After I answer your questions, you will again return to me a newly engineered prompt that includes a new information, updating the latest version you offered. We will iterate this process until you arrive at the prompt that satisfies my requirements. Here's what I'm thinking." So I'm going to show you why I'm. Some people might wonder, well, this seems really complicated. Why not just ask the system the question? Well, we can try that. Let's go over and just ask the question before we do this. And I want to show you the results that happens. Let's start a new chat and let's go chat GPT-4 and let's come here and let's just give it Steve AI because I know that Jasper had a hard time reading this website. So let's just give it this URL. We're going to say ChatGPT-4, browse with Bing. Uh, please give me a pricing summary of this platform. So I'm just going to give it the URL. Let's just see. ChatGPT may be able to just simply do it for. If it does, we may not need to use the prompt, the engineer prompt. So clicked on the link. Let's let it do its thing. Hope you're doing all good out there. If you're watching live, if you're not watching live, that's cool too. If you're watching after the fact, please don't forget to check out the links in the description of this video. Lots of stuff is going on. You can connect with me on Patreon. I'm going to be doing some Patreon exclusive content, including showing you how to take all these concepts and bring them together so that you can produce entire articles, not just entire articles, very high quality articles, high quality content You can produce messages. You can produce emails, all this kind of stuff using these principles that I'm showing you here: prompting, prompt engineering, uh, prompt prompt template engineering. All these different concepts you can use to basically configure systems and engineer systems. And these are all requirements to understand how to work on your own independent AI system as well. So let's see what we get here. It looks like we're going to get a very nice little um, summary here. Okay, so here's the pricing summary from the Steve AI platform. You can see here we're getting a lot of information. That's awesome. So we don't need to really engineer this part of it yet. But what's about? Let's see what we're gonna. You can see how complicated this is. They have a complicated payment plan. Like, geez, this is insane. Please note that unlimited exports in 4K. Whoo, this is a very complicated plan. Hmm. Can you summarize this information? Let's see if it summarize this information. Let's see what it does with summary. Basic, $15 a month, includes 5 video downloads, 10 premium asset credits, 720p resolution. Okay, cool. Much better. See how powerful this is? So now we have a summary. We took all this information. It would have took, I mean, I tried to understand all this, and I don't have the mental bandwidth for it. I just don't. So now we have here not only a full breakdown of the pricing, but we have now a summary too of the pricing. So that's very nice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy this. Okay, and we're going to go to Jasper. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with our prompt. Because remember, we want to get our content in a very specific format. So we're going to go here. I need you to simplify this. Control cut and paste this. We're going to go to our content that was created by ChatGPT. We're going to put that in here. I need you to simplify this, and we don't need this section because I guess we can just put it so we can just. It's probably not going to be able to access it, so we don't need to even worry about that with this particular one. And then for any packages, list them in an unordered list, yada, yada, yada. And let's have it create our new pricing section. Now you can see here, had I had to go through that manually, how long that would have taken to break down all this information to my own table, to my own summary, which would look something like this, and then have to come then and turn it to something like this. And now we're going to reduce even better to something like this. Steve AI offers several pricing plans options. Boom. Look at that beautiful summary. Okay. So that's what we're going to put here. Pricing, enter, and I'm going to go here. I'm just going to copy this and paste this in here. Paste. Okay. Cool. Now, oh, we got a problem here. We need to embolden plan names. So I want to fix that. Okay, I see. So this is where it gets off. This is, every system has its own. Oh, I'm glad I copied and pasted that because it looks like it disappeared. So awesome. So that's how you can utilize a URL to help you develop summaries. That was using ChatGPT in conjunction with Jasper to get the finalized content. But that's just an example of what you can do. Now we have our pricing section done, and we can move on to our next section. So obviously, I'm going to go down here, look, just kind of making sure all my everything is looking good, and I'll be happy to share this link with you guys for this article once it gets out, so you can kind of get a kind of like a behind the scenes video on how I'm developing this content, and how, and, you're not seeing everything that's going into it, but this is a lot of some of the initializing work that I'm using to develop this content and this work. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm available for coaching, consultation, individual and team trainings on prompt engineering, AI integrations, and development, and I can help you with all those things. So reach out to me with the links in the description of this video. And until next time, everyone, happy coding and happy prompting.